Welcome to
This one tastes stirred.
welcome to Sons of Cinema. I'm Luke Jalove.
And I'm Marty Jalove.
And today we're going to be reviewing the new James Bond film. And
Dun-na-na-na! What else are we reviewing? The older
James Bond film.
Not the oldest James Bond film, just the slightly older James
The oldest
Bond
of
film.
Daniel Craig's James Bond films. Casino Royale from 2006.
Exactly. Wasn't Casino Royale a remake of a Casino Royale?
Yes, there was... I guess we should talk about this very briefly.
Very briefly.
There was the 66 version
Okay.
of Casino Royale.
Starring,
I believe David Niven is the actual James Bond.
Okay.
But one of the gags in the film, because it's a spoof comedy, is that several people are playing characters who are agents undercover as James Bond.
Okay.
And those people are more interesting because that includes Peter Sellers,
Okay.
Woody Allen.
So this was a spoof film on the books?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, at this point, there had been several Sean Connery films.
Okay, gotcha. When did the whole thing start? Do you know the date? The first Sean Connery?
Actually, I want to say this spoof was 76. I said 66 earlier.
Yes, that's what threw me off.
Okay. And I want to say Dr. No was late 60s.
Okay, but there was one guy before Sean Connery, right?
Yes, but
I'm counting on you to know this. Yeah.
I don't think you're... no one important.
Daniel Neanderthal.
No, because Sean Connery was the first real James Bond.
Right.
Technically, there was an American named Barry Nelson who played Jimmy Bond in a TV special also of Casino Royale. But no one knows about that.
Gotcha.
So Sean Connery's the first real Bond.
Okay. All right. I'll drink to that.
Indeed. But we're not talking about Connery.
No, we're jumping right to the latest. Daniel Craig, the latest of all the Bonds.
James Blonde, as it were.
Who calls him that?
The British media. They did not like that he was blonde. We can get into that in a bit.
Okay.
But I want to start...
we have to.
I want to talk about the most recent Bond film.
Go ahead.
No Time to Die. Which we watched not too long ago.
Which, first off, there are going to be spoilers. I promise you that. We're going to give spoilers. And I don't even know how much they are spoilers, because everywhere you read, the same things we're talking about, or the spoilers we're talking about, are already out there.
Mm-hmm. I guess before we get into specific spoilers, it's going to be hard to avoid them.
We'll say spoiler.
What did you overall think of the film No Time to Die?
I guess it's like a lot of other films. I anticipated something incredible, and it gave me a good movie, a great movie to watch, but it didn't live up to the expectations that I had, it being the last of the Daniel Craig movies.
Very astute. Well,
thank you.
I actually was relatively... what's the word I'm looking for? My expectations were actually lower for this movie because I didn't like the last James Bond movie, Spectre. I thought it got too distracted by the serious drama and forgot about what made a good James Bond film.
Which was?
Action. Fun escapism. You know, James Bond has never been a great character. He's always...
Oh my God. That is not a spoiler. Okay. What do you mean he's never been a great character? He's been an awesome character.
He's not a greatly written character. He's a good character because he is sort of this perfect man.
Right.
He's a great escapist character.
Sure.
Where you can put yourself onto him.
Yeah, but I guess I kind of like that about James Bond, that he's that perfect character. In fact, sometimes it seems like more in the later Bond movies, he seems more flawed and he gets hurt more easily. And I guess I'm used to that, but I kind of have the memories of him just always lucking out. Everything is just perfect for him. And he is that guy that all the guys want to be. That's why I put on my James Bond jacket.
Yes, you are. Yes. We should mention, you're dressed up as James Bond, and I am an amalgamation of Bond villains. I am everyone. This is a fake hand that, say, Dr. No might have.
Or what about the guy, a claw guy or something like that?
Claw guy.
Jaws. Remember that guy?
Yeah, Jaws, famous for his fake hand.
He didn't have it. No, there was the guy, Roger Moore had to fight a guy in the bayou, and he had the hand that kept picking up. He put it like a drill on it and stuff like that.
Yes, I vaguely remember what you're talking about. Yeah, but Dr. No, you'll remember he has also like the fake hand that he puts up to the glass and he crushes it.
There you go. There you go.
Everyone's
got a fake hand.
I have the squid from Spectre.
Yes.
And then this is just a nice red coat
from
when
you're the red coats. He's the red coats. In other words, he's the British because James
Bond is British.
There you go.
Thank you.
And it's a fez that you're wearing. Wasn't there somebody in one of the James Bond movies, like number 2 or something like that, wore a fez?
Presumably, yes. I assume there's a fez at some point.
You did not study.
I'm sorry, I did not study the fez chronology.
So the only James Bond. Have you seen all the James Bond movies?
I have not seen all the James Bond movies. I've seen most of the James Bond.
But you've seen all of the Daniel Craig James Bond.
I've seen every Daniel Craig James Bond movie. I've seen Pierce Brosnan's.
Okay.
I have not seen all Roger Moore or Sean Connery, just because there are more of them.
Ha! More of them. Yes, so I today am going to be the expert because I have seen all of the James Bond movies.
You're not sounding like much of an expert.
He's going to be kind of the expert because he remembers everything that he has seen.
Yes, so we're almost on equal.
Can't even believe
equal
that
footing.
You can't remember the fez. Okay.
Anyway,
we'll go on.
No Time to Die. I guess now, before we get too distracted, let's get into the spoilers so we can actually talk about the movie.
Okay.
So Bond dies.
You're supposed to say, here's a spoiler. If you heard that on accident, just rewind it, ignore it. Go ahead.
DYES is what it is if you... Anyway.
Go for it. So
dies.
Spoiler, James Bond dies.
Yes.
Yes, and I'll tell you, I knew, or I had heard that he was going to die.
I had also heard.
Right. But I kept thinking, all right, there's got to be a little secret, a little way that he gets out of this, some way to do this. All right, but it turns out I don't see how he gets out of it. He pretty much dies.
Which I don't mind. I think it's good that they're killing off Daniel Craig's Bond.
Right,
and they're still saying a Bond can come back.
Yes. Can I say there's another little spoiler? And that in this movie, there's another 007 momentarily, a short period of time. So I think that is a cool thing that they did because that introduced us to the idea that there could be another 007. So I like that. But the question is, if there's a new Bond movie, is there going to be another James Bond, or is it just going to be a 007?
I think the credits specify James Bond will return. Right. So I think it's going to be a new universe. Maybe
they'll do a combo movie of the new James Bond and Ghostbusters because James Bond comes back as a ghost.
We got to get into Ghostbusters at some point.
Okay, yes, we'll do that.
That'll take an hour.
Okay, so anyway, James Bond, they said he will be back, but he definitely died in this movie. Spoilers,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And Bond isn't the only one who dies.
No, everyone's dying.
Felix Leiter.
Yes.
Played wonderfully by Jeffrey Wright. Introduced in Casino Royale.
Correct.
Dies.
Yes.
And others.
Good. See, loaded with information.
Blofeld. Blofeld also died.
Yeah, Blofeld died. Yeah, that was sad. That was sad.
Oh, not Blofeld.
Right. Well, I liked his character. I wanted him to hang around for the next one. We need some kind of connection from the current James Bond or franchise, the characters to the new, when they come out with the new James Bond.
I kind of disagree. I think it's better if they start off fresh.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you want them to get rid of M and Q and all the other letters?
I think they can keep the actors. I just don't want them to feel tied to the universe, to the world. I don't want them to have to say, oh, well, there was that other James Bond that was hanging around.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to carry this through that he died and that here's the new guy, and I'll bet you they're going to do something. How dare you give him the numbers 007? Like nobody could live up to 007, and they're going to go, oh, well, his name is James Bond. What a coincidence.
No, I like the idea of blank slating the Daniel Craig franchise.
Okay.
And isolating it from the next one.
Right. Because when you think about it, with Blofeld dead too, isn't that kind of the end of all Daniel Craig's big enemies? Because they brought in a whole new enemy. Spoiler alert! They brought in a whole new enemy who used to sing for the group Queen. But anyway, they brought, and spoiler, they killed him off too. So like everybody's dying.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Most Bond villains don't survive a movie.
Right. But what I'm saying, but Spectre lasted many movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now do you think that's gone? Do you think Spectre's gone and now it's going to be some other major corporation? They're going to fight Exxon?
I think they'll... That'd be fun. I think they'll find a way to utilize Spectre in future franchises. I mean, this already is a different Spectre than the Sean Connery. But true. I don't need Spectre to be in another Bond.
No. I think I kind of like that they were fighting this major corporation, this criminal Inc. Mm-hmm. But I do think I also liked it when it's one crazy guy who again owns his own island and probably has a volcano on it, mm-hmm. and he's the bad guy, and then James Bond fights him. It looks like he's going to lose. Then he comes back and he wins. He kisses a girl, and then everybody dies.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. That's the outline for a James Bond movie.
Yeah. As simple as that.
Okay.
And it's perfect.
Right, there you go. All right, but let's, like you said. So you liked this movie because it was better than you expected, correct?
Yes, but there were aspects I really didn't like.
Okay. What did you not like?
James Bond's wife, I guess, girlfriend, whatever.
Another spoiler.
Her name's like Madeline Swan.
Yes.
Incredibly boring to me.
Yeah.
She's not an interesting character in her own right. She doesn't do anything interesting for the Bond character.
We're gonna say a lot of things that are bad about this movie, but it's still worth seeing because you need closure for the whole series, the whole 5 movies.
The closure's pretty good. The action's fun. Yes. The action sequences are, I think, better than in the last movie, and then in some of the weaker Bond movies. The action's really fun. The director, I think, really does a lot for the movie, but I think he's hindered by the legacy of the older movies, because previously it was Sam Mendes directed Skyfall and Spectre, the last 2. Okay. Spectre didn't do well, so Sam Mendes was off.
Gotcha.
And they brought in this new director. I just want
new director. Okay. Well, while you're digging, I'll say something. So you said that the wife, the idea of his wife, he's looking for answers. He's Googling.
I want to make sure I get it right.
This is how high tech we are, that our answers are at our fingertips, or our thumb tips. So anyway, you were bringing up the wife was kind of boring. I didn't like the whole idea that, another spoiler, that he has a daughter.
Oh, the daughter was awful.
Yeah. That all of a sudden it's kind of like, what happened to James Bond where he was the flirty guy that he got his way and he won every battle because he flirted with a girl and she fell for him. And I understand that doesn't happen in real life, because I'm a spy too. And not every girl I flirt with falls for my charms, and I don't understand why. But the old Bond seemed to hit on a girl, flirt with her, and then she came over to the good side. And it's happened all the time. And now all of a sudden, here's his last film. He's married, ready to settle down. They're picking out China patterns, and then he dies. Okay, so I didn't like that part of it.
I think it can work. It's worked in other movies. In fact, I think the aspect of it works in the other movie we're going to talk about, Casino Royale.
Okay.
It also worked in the classic On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Okay.
When he marries a woman who is shot.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, Tracy Bond, the best Bond girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Played by the wonderful Diana Rigg.
The best Bond girl?
Yes.
There's been a lot of really good Bond girls.
She's the best.
All right. We'll save that competition for another Bond episode.
Another Bond jaunt.
But, so now, anyway, we want to compare it to the Daniel Craig Casino Royale, which was a very good movie with, and I liked it, if for no other reason, is because of the cameo.
Yes. The only reason you like this movie.
No, there isn't like a lot. But I just love the fact that I spotted Richard Branson in the movie. That, to me, was a cool cameo. Yes. And I even texted him, and he ignored my text like he always does.
I was so
We would be terrible as James Bond, and what letter would you be? F minus. You would not be Q or M. You would be F minus. Okay, because you never return my texts. Okay, but anyway, yeah, Richard Branson was in there. So
Richard Branson.
Here's to you, Sir Richard Branson.
In this film for less than a second, and you managed to spot him somehow.
Yes, and the reason he was in it is because he, I guess, loaned his plane to the Bond franchise. There was some deal like that, and so Sir Richard Branson, occasionally we may need a plane for this franchise here, the Sons of Cinema. So we are more than happy to have you do a cameo in here. Not going to hog the screen. He doesn't even hog the screen. Alrighty. Anyway, back to the show. So Casino Royale. Was this your first martini? You spilled more of it on you than in your mouth.
I was using my hands.
Beautiful. Anyway, so Casino Royale. What did you like about Casino Royale more than this Time to Die?
I know I complimented the action of No Time to Die. I think Casino Royale is far and away the greatest action in any Bond film.
Okay.
There is a particular...
It was a lot of nonstop, right?
Yes.
Action. Yes.
There's a particular fight sequence on a stairwell. And a stairwell is hard to do a fight on, especially if you're going up or down it, because it's easy to lose track, lose the geography of the fight.
Okay.
This fight...
You're talking about from the
from Casino Royale.
No, I understand. No, you're saying you lose the geography of the fight as the viewer, as the cameraman,
as the viewer.
Okay, gotcha.
The stairwell fight in Casino Royale is perfectly sequenced. You're never confused about where they are. You know exactly what's happening, and it stays great. It's an amazing sequence. Other things I like about this movie, amazing villain.
Yes.
We didn't really touch on it, but I thought the villain was also one of the weaker aspects of No Time to Die.
Yeah, I know. His better movie was when he was in Queen.
Yeah. Or in Night at the Museum, too.
He was in Night at the Museum, too.
He's in the first one, too. He's Akhman Ra, the pharaoh.
Oh,
the young pharaoh.
Excellent. Yeah. What is his name?
Rami Malek.
There you go. Rami Malek. So you can show up on our show here with Sir Richard Branson.
But one of the greatest Bond villains, Le Chiffre, played by Mads Mikkelsen.
Okay.
He's so great because he is intimidating.
Yes.
And at the same time so pathetic.
Right.
You see that he's a gear in this criminal world.
Right. And
you see both sides of him played out so well.
Correct.
And it's just an amazing performance too.
I liked it because it just got right into it. Mm-hmm. There wasn't this much depth. There wasn't that much that you had to figure out. It was, hey, this is what's going on. And you're like, wait, what's going on behind the scenes? No, we're telling you the whole story. This was it. It was a whole different guy, a very specific reason, and that was it. There was no Spectre, no Chaos, or any of the other bad companies.
I think every other Daniel Craig Bond film has tried to show us James Bond's living condition when he's not on a mission.
Yes.
Scrap that. I don't need to know how he lives.
No.
I'll assume he lives awfully in an awful space that makes him think that going on these dangerous missions is somehow a better outlet.
I want to be James Bond. I want him to always live luxuriously.
Exactly, but I don't want to see him off mission.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I want to see him in these high rises.
Like he's got an apartment with only one outlet, broken toilet. No, I don't want that.
No, and that makes sense. But
right.
James Bond,
and he's an assistant school teacher somewhere. He's like the gym teacher at middle school. Okay.
Foul.
Anyway, yeah, we don't want that.
No,
we want him to be always cool.
No, because it's for the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Especially because Casino Royale is so. The plot is so important to who Bond is.
Yes.
But we don't need to see who Bond is off mission. It's not as pivotal. And I think what else this movie does well is establishing what makes Daniel Craig's Bond work.
Which is?
He's a monster. He's an awful, violent, incredibly immoral person.
He's not... I mean, I would like him on my side. I would not want him against me. Yeah, he drinks... Well, he drinks too much.
He drinks too much. Yeah. He's a brute. And it's great because that's what this person would have to be.
And we're back.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah, I do have to
we
say that.
gotta edit it in.
No, we're gonna edit it. We're just not even gonna edit it. We're just playing it, baby. This is. I'm sorry, you and your cheap camera equipment. Go on. Anyway, we need M. That's what we need. No, Q to give us really good camera equipment. Instead, I'm stuck here with F-.
Okay.
All right, go on.
Daniel Craig is a great Bond. I don't know.
Yeah. I love him as Bond.
I don't know if I would consider him my favorite per se.
No, I'm gonna tell you my favorite Sean Connery by far. I'm still the purist on it, but Daniel Craig is right there, a very close second. I know you like Peter Dalton.
Yeah, I like Peter Dalton down the street.
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
There's Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, Pierce
might
Brosnan.
Be the other one you're thinking
No.
of.
Pierce Brosnan is cool, but he was Remington Steele in my head, and so it was kind of Remington Steele pretending to be James Bond.
Interesting.
So I kind of like that.
I kind of like Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, I liked him, but he's without a doubt. I enjoy all the Pierce Brosnan movies without a doubt. But as far as me just picturing like Bond, James Bond, it's always going to be Sean Connery and then Daniel Craig. Yes. Dalton, man, that's James. Who's that? Langerby?
George Lazenby.
That's it. Who's he?
He was in one movie. He was in On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Before or after Sean Connery?
Between.
Okay,
because
so
they brought Sean Connery back.
Yeah, so James Lazy Boy, I'm not a big fan of because I can't remember his movie.
It's a great movie.
Roger Moore fit a certain time period where it was all the James Bond movies were comedies
with rustic American sheriff J.W. Pepper
completely. And then didn't Mr. Bean play a role in which one of the Bonds?
Are you thinking of Johnny English?
No.
No, not Mr. Bean. John Cleese.
Yeah, maybe it was John.
John Cleese played Q.
Yeah, I thought that Mr. Bean played a role too.
Maybe I can't remember. Rowan Atkinson.
I guess they played everyone, even Benny Hill. He played Goldfinger. Every great
English
Daniel Craig actor.
Daniel Craig is great because he plays up the violence, the brutishness of Bond, as well as some of the emotional vulnerability. It makes you really think of this character as he would probably be in real life.
Yeah, I think that's the most realistic, even though none of it's realistic. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Casino Royale, great. I'd say my only flaw with it is it's a little long.
Yeah. Casino Royale? I don't know. I thought it moved along. I thought the newer one, which is No Time to Die.
Oh, the newer one, way too long.
Way too long. Yeah. So, you can go out and get some popcorn, go to the bathroom. When's a good time? Like, what happens?
Oh, anytime. Yeah. When the giraffe. Well, anytime the wife is on screen.
What about the giraffe?
We don't need to go over this. There's a giraffe in the movie, I'm told.
Spoiler alert, there isn't. He fell asleep.
Did you really? You guys are funny.
He fell asleep in the movie, and we convinced him he missed a giraffe scene. There is not a giraffe scene.
I can't believe it. You guys kept that up.
Yes. Anyway, that's why I'm a famous spy.
I was wondering why there would be a giraffe in like Eastern Europe, but I was like, maybe it's Africa. I don't know.
Oh, that was good. Excellent. All right, but anyway, so you can see, asleep or awake, we are still going to give you quality reviews here.
Sleeping during a boring
Okay, so anyway, out of the two movies, which one are you picking? What's the winner for you?
Casino Royale.
Without a doubt, I'm with you. Casino Royale definitely won. This last James Bond, you need to watch it because it wraps up the whole series, the 5 movies. He's been Daniel Craig, James Bond for 15 years.
15, geez.
That's a long time. I think that's the rerecord. No one's been James Bond for that many years.
People have been James Bond for more often, movies, but not as long time.
Yeah. So what you're saying is Daniel Craig is lazy.
Yes.
More time, less movies.
He's the real George Lazenby.
There you go. They're the missing James Bond.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. So what's your prediction for the next James Bond movie? What do you think? How does this come back? How does this come around?
All right. A lot of people have talked about the prospect of bringing it back to the 60s of a period James Bond movie.
I like that.
And I think there are pros and cons with that, but at the very least, it's different. It's something new going forward.
I like that because then if we accept the fact that James Bond died, we don't have to worry about him coming back like that. We go back and it's all prequels. I'm liking that, and that was a top-notch James Bond time. That was really a cool time for James Bond.
Yes,
it will be interesting how they play that off with so much political correctiveness. Okay, how they go back to a time like that.
So politically incorrect. Yes.
Yes. Because James Bond was very politically incorrect in many ways. So that'll be cool. I'm believing that somehow they're working on some type of a spoiler that he comes back.
I don't know. I do not
but
think that.
I don't see how they can pull that off. I think that would be terrible if they pulled it off. No. Like maybe what he did was he faked his death so that he could live with his wife and daughter somewhere else, and they bring him out of retirement.
You are
okay.
Yeah,
I am just wishful thinking.
I don't even think they're
but
going
I know
to.
what I really believe is if they come up with the next one, it will be they're giving the number to somebody else. I think that's.
I don't think it's going to be even in the same universe.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a completely different world.
Okay. I'm betting the opposite.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll have to see.
Okay.
I should have mentioned, and you can edit this into the earlier portion.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Or I can. I
Okay.
don't know how this is going to go.
We're going to see.
I liked most characters in this movie, in No Time to Die, who weren't the important characters to the plot. I liked the new 007.
Yes, she was nice.
I liked...
she was nice.
She was nice.
She was a nice lady.
She was a nice lady.
And then she had the 007 number. It was hers, and she said, give it to him. He's old. Go ahead. He's going to be cranky. Give it to him. So,
yes.
Spoiler.
I think Felix Leiter was at his best in this movie before he died.
Yeah.
I liked Ana de Armas' character for the one scene she's in.
Who's that?
She is the Colombian girl who...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going to bring that whole section up. There was a whole Colombian girl scene where she's what in the hotel, like it was a bad guy hotel. The hotel's just filled with every bad guy. It was incredible, and so he's teaming up with a new girl, and I really hope they bring her back.
No, she is. She was probably my favorite part of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope they bring her back because she had this sweet innocence to her right from the very beginning, going, "Oh, I'm only a couple weeks in," and then she kicked ass. So she was tremendous.
No, yeah, amazing performance.
Yes.
But that's that.
Okay.
Back to what they're going to do next.
Yes.
I think if anything, they're gonna.
I thought you said they were gonna go to the 60s.
60s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we done with that section?
Yeah. Unless you have another guest, then I'm going to guess another guest.
All right.
No, you're good. You think the 60s? I think they're going to continue the franchise, but just give the number to somebody else.
But it's actually funny because they have actually confirmed some plots for James Bond movies in the future. Yeah. Yes. I actually have a couple of them.
Do you?
So instead of...
All right, while you're digging through your pockets again, did you hear that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said that he would like to be the next James Bond?
Did he?
Yes, but many people are just coming straight out and saying, no, it doesn't work exactly like that because he is it's a large character.
He's also American.
Well, he could do an accent,
no.
But the problem... Who was... Pierce Brosnan was American, wasn't he?
No.
No, who was the American? John Lazyboy was the American.
George Lazenby was Australian, I believe. But also, you can't cast an American.
Anyway, even if they did this, the other thing is that James Bond is supposed to like fit in. He's supposed to disappear in the crowd. He's supposed to sometimes look like an everyman. The Rock would not look like that.
No.
Yes, exactly. So, Rock, we love you too, but you're not the James Bond we're looking for.
I also do think you're understating the importance of Bond being a Brit, or at least British adjacent.
Are you saying that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson couldn't pull A British accent?
There are two questions you're asking me. One, if I think The Rock could do a good British accent, and two,
No.
if I think an American
Yes.
doing a British accent could play Bond.
Right.
My answer to both is no.
Okay, so who should be the next Bond?
I've heard a lot about Daniel Kaluuya, who is you watched Get Out.
Uh-huh.
He's the main guy in Get Out. He was doing an American accent in that movie, but he's British.
Nice.
Tom
Hardy.
Tom Hardy, I think he's getting a little old.
Yeah.
But in his prime, I think he could have done it.
That, right.
Honestly, pick someone a little unknown. Pick someone who's known on like British TV or something.
Like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, like Shia LaBeouf.
Just do it!
Now, about these new Bond movies. So, as you may or may not know.
What do I may or not know?
We may not know.
It's easy for you to say. What may we not know? We may not know.
We may not know who the next Bond will be.
No.
Or when it will come out. But we actually have our finger on the pulse of some possible new plots.
Really?
Apparently.
This is interesting. So these new plots. Are they based on old movies?
Yes, not Bond movies, though.
That's incredible.
Random movies.
I don't know where he gets all this secret information. This is crazy.
I have sources, yeah.
Okay, I actually got some information on a Bond movie as well.
A
Bond movie that might be coming up. Plot for a Bond movie, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
wow.
But go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you one of mine.
Please.
In his most daring caper yet.
His most daring caper yet.
Yes. 007 must take on the disguise of an aging elderly woman vacationing with her cantankerous husband.
An elderly woman. An elderly woman vacationing with her husband.
Her cantankerous husband.
Cantankerous. And she's cantankerous as well. No, she's aging.
They're both aging.
And he's
cantankerous. And they're vacationing.
And they're vacationing. So it's an elderly couple vacationing that they're going to introduce James Bond. I'm at a loss for this. I cannot think of a cantankerous old man movie. Give me a hint. Give me one hint. Who might it star?
Perhaps it stars Henry Bond.
Oh, wait. On Golden Bond? Oh, God.
Okay.
All right, I got it.
You have heard of some.
I got it. Yeah.
So
you didn't tell me that it also starred James or Jane Bonda.
Yes, yeah. Henry and Jane Bonda.
There you go. All right.
And then, Catherine
Bond.
Catherine Hepfinger.
All right, good. Go ahead.
You want to stay away from the Hepfinger.
Oh, yes,
it's a terrible disease. I have another one, actually.
Yes.
Funny enough.
Yes.
In his most exciting adventure to date, MI6 charges 007 with the task of taking down British imperialists in India through the use of passive resistance.
This is Bondy.
Yes!
Nice!
You got it.
I got it. Excellent. How about this one? This one, I'm formulating it. But just following the lead that you gave me about the new Bonds going back to the old Bonds.
Yes.
In this next Bond movie, a number of different villains get together. One of them who owns this great cool island volcano filled with mirrors.
As I expected.
And another one
volcano filled with mirrors, huh?
He says, you'll see. And the other one is he has a very peculiar love for precious metals. They get together to fight James Bond.
Precious metals and mirrors.
He owns an island with like a volcano filled with, all the bad guys, they own an island. There's always a volcano, but this one, inside, filled with mirrors.
Inside filled with mirrors.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they get together.
The
bad guys get together to fight James Bond.
Okay. Yeah. And this is an older Bond movie?
It's a combination of two of the old Bond movies.
Two of the old Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
Two of them. Okay.
That's how many times
two
do I
of
have to
them.
say?
Two of them.
One of them owns the island volcano filled with mirrors. The other one is heavy-set villain who loves precious metals.
I'm gonna guess that the heavy-set villain who loves precious metals is Goldfinger,
played by Ben Hill.
Burt Grove.
Burt Grove also played Cowardly Lion on The Wizard of Oz. Go ahead. What's the name of the movie? You're hemming and hawing. We're running out of time.
Mirrors. Wow.
You give up?
Yes.
It's The Man with the Golden Finger.
Oh, he does like mirrors.
Yeah, there you go.
Why didn't you talk about his golden gun or his third nipple?
I could have talked about his.
Also, it's not a volcano.
What is he
filled
living?
with it's just a fun house.
But it's an island with a volcano. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I actually have a third
2 points.
real Bond movie.
2
I have
points.
a third real Bond movie.
I got 2 right. You got 1 wrong. I'm winning.
Yeah. Okay. You're saying fake Bond. I've not heard this from my sources. I don't think this is. I don't think they're really going to make this movie.
I got this from MI6.
Uh-huh.
I'm tight with them guys.
Well,
right, go ahead.
Let's
hear this.
In his most thrilling jaunt so far,
Yes,
James Bond must die in order to inhabit the body of a wealthy industrialist and later a quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams.
So it's Heaven Can Wait is the movie.
Has a remarkably similar plot to the movie that they're making about James Bond.
Yeah, exactly. So Bond will be late. Heaven Can Wait.
Think about other ways people refer to James Bond.
Jimmy, 007, Agent, Quarterback. Well, I'm trying to connect the movies. I don't know. Give me another hint.
You have already said what I was trying to make you say.
Heaven Can Wait.
And have also said the other part of this.
Jimmy Can Wait.
Yeah, Jimmy Can Wait.
Agent Can Wait. 007. 007 can wait.
There you got it.
See, I got it. 3 points for me, -1 for him.
Okay.
I'm winning.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, anyway, what are we going to review next time we get together?
Next time we get together,
I love these martinis.
I say we review the classic 1984 comedy sci-fi hit, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters? Against what?
Why? How about the new film,
which is called
Ghostbusters Afterlife?
That could work. One last thing about James Bond. We never mentioned Matt Helm or My Man Flint.
We sure didn't.
All right.
Well, we'll see you next week.
All right. This is Marty Jalove.
And Luke Jalove.
And we together are the Sons of Cinema. Da-na-na-na. And we're out.